Everybody has their own meaning to success. That's the title of today's video, and that's what I'm coming on here to talk about. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to put out a quick disclaimer. This video is not bullet pointed down. This video is not scripted. So this is just going to be me coming across just straight off the dome. Just something that I had on my mind, not really too formulated, but just, giving my thoughts and getting it off my chest and giving y'all my opinion, right? So like I said by the title of today's video, everybody has their own definition or their own meaning of success, right? Now I done dropped a video like this not too long ago, probably about a month ago, that's very similar to this topic, right? Hustle culture and how that affects, not only people, my age, or in this generation, right? Generation Z, right? But just how it affect everybody on a daily basis, especially when you scrolling on social media or even about in real life, do your colleagues, I was about to say employees, what the heck? Your colleagues or your coworkers or even people in school, day-to-day life also, right? But what I wanted to get at the aspect in this video more so focus on is the success part, right? And what every or each individual person may deem their own term and definition of success, right? Because if we look into the hustle culture mindset, right? If we look into the ideal, you know quote unquote, perfect life or white picket fence life, right? Or just hustle culture in general, right? Everybody expect you, or you see this notion, I should say that more so. You see the notion, especially if you're on social media, like I said, oh, you gotta be young and rich. You know what I mean? You gotta be 21. You gotta have 800 million in your account. You gotta have a Bugatti. You know what I mean? You gotta have 15 women on the side of you, you know what I mean? You gotta have a brand new bust down chain, you gotta have the Hellcat and all that and this and that, right? That's just an example right there, right? You see this personified a lot, especially on Instagram. I know if you got Instagram, you know what I'm talking about, bruh. You don't even gotta follow that type of stuff. You don't even have to like it. I feel like the algorithm is just gonna push that in general because, like I said, it's like the idealistic, you know, way or the idealistic, notion of success. Especially, like I said, if you somebody younger, like especially from Generation Z, you know what I mean? Everybody expect you to know what you want to do or what you want to be straight out of high school. Everybody expect you to know, what your next 5 to 10 years is gonna look like. Everybody expect you to know what your career is gonna be like. Everybody expect you, to have everything set up in order. You know what I mean? Like it's already planned out from you. Some people got that luxury, right? Especially if you come from a different financial, circumstance or a different financial situation, right? But even then, not everybody gonna have it together just like that, right? Not everybody just gonna know what they automatically need to do or what steps they need to do to even get to the goals that they want to get to if they already got it, you know, put out there or if they already have it written down or in the back of their head, right? But you know what I mean? It's like if you not right there, if you don't live your life like this or you don't got everything together or you know what I mean, you're not aspiring to be like them. You know what I mean? You don't want $100 million. Oh, you don't want the brand new bust down chain, or oh, you don't want multiple women, dude. You gotta have the hoes, man. You don't got no hoes, man. Where are the hoes at? You know what I mean? It's like if you not living like that or if you not trying to strive to be like that, I feel like people look at you as less than, right? not only is less than, but they don't seem to accept you more because you don't want to fit into what everybody else is doing. You don't want to be like how they're doing. Your definition of success is not the same as theirs. And that's the whole notion and the whole reason why I even wanted to come on here and talk about that, because that's the main factor, that's the main point of what I'm trying to get across, right? Not everybody's term or definition of success is not going to be the same. Shoot, you got to be grateful even if it ain't nothing grandiose like that, right? You got to be grateful with even the most, littlest steps, right? Even the most, littlest moves towards getting to that success, or little successes in general, right? You got to be grateful for that in general, because it's some people that wishing to be in your situation. Some people that wish they had your bad days, that wish, they had the quote unquote, bad circumstances, that you got, right? Some people wish that they had that, right? And by you even, doing the simplest stuff like, spending 1 hour less on your phone every day, or taking a 5-minute cold shower every day, the littlest things, something like that, congratulate yourself and give yourself a pat on the back for even doing that in general. Because there's some people that's not willing to even do that. And there's some people who, don't have that circumstances, or not in the circumstances to get that type of success, even the littlest things like that. So you should automatically just be grateful, even if it's not nothing grandiose like touching 10K in a month, or having 5 different females, or having a bust down, Cuban watch, or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I said a bust down Cuban watch. What do that even mean? I ain't even mean to say that, but you know what I mean, right? Take the littlest things, as a success, and build off that, right? Don't get complacent, but keep going and keep pushing yourself even through those little things. And by you doing that on a constant basis, on a daily basis, you eventually gonna be able to get to those bigger goals, those bigger successes that you want to get to, right? But just because what you see on the internet and what people perceive to be quote unquote success, to them in their own minds, don't mean that's what you gotta live your life by, and that's what your term and what your own definition of success has to be like. Some people don't need all that, and some people don't want that, right? Some people just okay if they got their own house, they making 6 figures a month, you know what I mean? They live in a nice, gated community, a nice subdivision, you know what I mean? They got one nice car, one nice watch. You know what I mean? Not everybody need the quote unquote term, or the quote unquote notion of, success. Like I said, especially as far as it comes to like, what you see on social media, specifically Instagram, and what you see from a younger person's perspective. Now, I'm not saying to not, set your expectations low. You should want to try to, become better and better yourself on a daily basis. But just don't get caught up in trying to be like everybody else, or trying to, have everybody else's term or definition of success. Because that may not be for you, and that may not be for somebody else, right? Like I said, you should be grateful with even the littlest successes that you have, and the little stepping stones to get to where you want to get to, right? And you know what I mean? Don't let that, like I said, don't let that have you be complacent. You should still want to try to get better and try to, better yourself every day. But just don't try to be like everybody else. That's what I'm mainly trying to get at. Be okay with just, you got your own family, you got a wife, you got kids, you got a house over your head. You may not have the brand new, 2023 Dodge Demon 170. You know what I mean? You don't gotta have all that to be successful or to deem yourself successful. If you knowing that you got everything, done that you need to have done, and you making sure everything that's set out, that need to be paid is paid. Your water bill paid, your light bill paid, your gas bill paid, your car note paid, your phone bill paid. You feel me? If you got everything set out that you need to get set out done, and then you shouldn't really worry about nothing, because you got everything done that you need to be, that needs to be done. So that right there can be deemed as, success right there. You know what I mean? Because like I said, even the smallest things could be, counted as or deemed as success. So don't let what you see on social media and what other people try to put into your head stop you from doing what you want to do, or going where you want to go, or altering your definition of success, right? Like I said, as long as you got everything done that you need to get done, and you not setting the bar low, you still want to try to set the bar high and try to reach for higher goals, and better yourself every day. But as long as your goals is realistic and you doing everything you need to do, then I wouldn't get caught up in thinking about it too much. As long as you know what you doing at the end of the day, and you staying, you doing everything right and staying on the right path through God, then you shouldn't have too much to worry about. So that's what I wanted to come on here and talk about. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.